as a child, my grandmother always would accommodate my sweet tooth habits. She had like 7 or 8 mason jars that were filled with all different types of candy, including chocolate. So on into my adult years, I have held on to my obsession with chocolates and sweets in general because it's an unending cycle. But I found a life hack of sorts, and that is fudge. Well, more so how to make fudge. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit of fun facts about the history of fudge, then the materials you're going to need, the ingredients you're going to need, as well as how to make it. So to begin with, there is actually a website called michiganradio.org with the author Rick Pluta from June 13th, 2013, where he states in the title itself is Michigan holds the nation's fudge capital, which is Mackinac Island. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but there's actually 15 fudge shops. Think about that for a second. There's 15 shops just for fudge in one place. That's impressive to me. And then there's also another website called The Nibble with the author Karen Hockman. And in the article, the title itself is the fact itself. The history of fudge, oh fudge, that's how the history of fudge began. Where she stated that in the 1880s, somebody was making a batch of caramel and it fudged. That's it. Fudge meaning accidental. And also, if you need an excuse to eat sweets, June 16th is National Fudge Day. So, you're welcome. Okay, so now for the ingredients, you're going to need, I've been making a lot of this, so please excuse the messiness. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Peanut butter. You can use crunchy, but it'll make it like brittle or crumble. You could put it in ice cream if you want it that way, but this is my way. So, creamy peanut butter. And fudge, or it's actually chocolate fudge flavoring, but you don't have to use that. It's just chocolate icing in general. And then you are going to need a bowl of sorts. Again, I've already been making some, so excuse it. And it's crumbling. And some wax paper to put in the container where you're going to dump the ingredients. And then a container of some sort, like this. It doesn't have to be a can, it can be Tupperware, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so to start off, you're going to take no measured amount. I already have some on the spoon. And put it in the bowl. Again, there's no set amount for this. See? It'll look something like this. Some people actually microwave the jars themselves for like 2 minutes to like liquefy the entire thing and just dump the two of them together. It's all about how you'd like to get it. The point is to microwave them and mix them. See? Right there. And then you're going to microwave this for probably about like, this amount is probably like 30 seconds. So, and in that time period, you can paint a pretty little picture, sing a happy little song, or you can clean up. But again, if you do decide to microwave the containers, please be careful because if those contents get on you, it burns really bad. So I'm pretty sure my microwave is actually going to be done now. And in that time period also, you could be putting the wax paper into the container. So take the bowl out, admire the frightening looks, see? And then you take your silverware or utensil. I totally skipped over the spoon, I'm pretty sure. You take the utensil or your finger, I guess it's not necessarily necessary, and you mix it. Just a note, I always use more peanut butter than I do frosting. Why? Because I like peanut butter. And you keep mixing it. And then you get your container. See? Just a random container of some sort. And I've already been making some. And you pour it in. And you can do this how I'm doing it, which is a really complicated way. Where you do a little bit at a time and just keep dumping it, which I guess it kind of adds variety to it. Personal preference. You can also get molds from like the Dollar Tree, like little heart shapes, like if you're trying to be fancy. Or like cookie cutters for when it cools down, you can cut it. And then you smear it out. See? This looks horrible, but that's not the point. The point is to make fudge. Okay? Never said it was going to be pretty. Okay. And so once you have that done, you are going to put it inside of the refrigerator or freezer, like an hour, to be safe, 2 hours. And then you will have something like that. See, that's I flattened this one out. I haven't flattened that one out yet. You can flatten it out if you'd like to. It's not really a big deal. But yeah, just sit it in there for like an hour or so. Some people say 2 hours. I go for like an hour, hour and a half, give or take. And then you can shape it up and make it pretty by cutting off the edges or rolling it out with like a roller of some sort, or cookie cutting it for any kind of event, holiday, personal preference. And yeah, you can enjoy some fudge just like that. 2 ingredients, just these 2. And you can get everything from the Dollar Tree as well, so that's just a fun little fact also. So yeah, no, I have covered the basis of the history of it, and then also the materials as well as the ingredients and how to make it. So I hope I was able to teach somebody a new addiction to fudge. It was definitely something that I dived into the moment I found out about it. And if you do make it, I would like to know. But thank you for watching.